guys, this is Brad from Max Rarity. We are bringing you another walkthrough. This time it is going to be Hoopa Ninetales versus Koko Jirachi Garbodor Drampa. Yes, it's a long name, however, it's funny. So, if you guys watch, you know I come up with some really ridiculous deck ideas. Well, these are two of my deck ideas. We're going to see how they go. We have Steven playing Hoopa Ninetales, and then we have Ryan playing Koko Drampa Garb stuff. So, what I'm going to do is we're just going to let them play. We're going to walk through. We're going to play open-handedly like you've seen before. And we're going to give you rationales on why we're going to play how we play. To really get a good idea of really not only what the deck does, but really all the options that you have.
Good luck.
Good luck to you, my man. And you said you were going first, right?
Yeah.
Alright, perfect. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
So not the best, however, not the worst. Because we're going to start this. But you have Ninja Boy, so it's not a problem.
Of course.
Don't forget to prize, Steven. He does that all the time. It's so bad.
6.
Of course. Alright.
Bring those up a little bit so they can see on camera.
Yep, we got it. So here we go.
Alright. Then draw 4.
Oh, this is interesting.
So Steven is going to Wick here.
Yep.
After putting the choice band on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Wick.
Well, you're also probably going to put on 1 water, maybe, but we'll see. No, you really wouldn't. You would Wick there. That's actually really good. That's really good. We like that. We take those. We take those, guys. We take those. All day. So as you can see, this is the Shining Jirachi. It's new. For those of you who don't know what it does, for 1 psychic energy, you pick up an entire evolution line and evolve it down to the lowest Pokemon. So like against frogs, it would go down to the Frogadier, it also deals 10 damage, or down to the Froakie, and it would deal 10 damage.
Alright.
So Steven will draw 4, and...
No, I draw 5. I had 6 in hand. 7,
Yeah.
then my draw.
Yeah.
This is still good because we do end up having... But only
At this point, I would go ahead and attach my Rainbow to my Espeon.
Correct, dealing 10 damage.
Yep.
And then he would pass.
Yes, I would.
We draw for a turn, which is really good, so we have a Trubbish, so we lay the Trubbish down. We do end up Ninja Boying here.
Would we Ninja Boy?
Yes, we would. And I'll tell you why. So, what we're going to do is we're going to really mess him up. So we're going to Ninja Boy into our Espeon. Because even though we don't know what he's playing, I mean, hold on. Well, actually, no. Actually, we're Ninja Boy into a Drampa here. Because we have a special energy that we can knock off. So we're going to go here. And then that goes back into the deck. We're then going to attach probably the Psychic because it only takes 1. And then we are going to hit for 20 and knock off a Rainbow Energy. So sometimes it really depends on what you're doing. The Ninja Boy would also... Going into the Espeon would also have been a good play because Espeon is weak to Psychic. If he is energy locked, you win that much. So like...
At this point, I would go ahead and Ninja Boy, and I'm actually going to go ahead and Ninja Boy into my Hoopa.
Yep. Because that does end up starting to stall, which is I think good. However, sadly, he is also locked at the moment. We're going to see how that goes. But the good thing about Ninja Boy Ninetales, or Hoopa Ninetales, is it can go very slowly. So it's a really good deck to just go. And then he would probably put down a Jolteon.
I'm actually just gonna go ahead and pass.
You can do that if you want to. Start return. So we end up getting the Kukui, which is really good. So we're going to lay down the Garbodor. Then we are going to Kukui for 2. To try to get into, well, Parallel City's good. So we would probably Parallel City them. And we are going to face it towards us. So we are going to end up restricting them. We're not going to restrict ourselves. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach a DC to the Drampa. And then we're going to Big Wheel. It's probably the best option here, because you get 10 cards. I mean, who doesn't want 10 cards? I don't know, I do. Because that really forces an end to play for Steven to really get back into the game. Because the moment that we do end up putting something on there, the Koopa is involved.
Draw for turn. I drew into a DCE. I'm going to play the DCE.
I would not play on a Hoopa.
Double colorless.
But Hoopa most likely is going to die because you just drew 10 cards. So you're going to lay down something that has the ability to...
What is Hoopa going to die from?
I mean, what is Hoopa going to die from? You have a Garbodor. He has 10 cards in hand. Most likely he's going to have something. So you're going to...
Okay, I have no items.
That Garbodor shuts off his ability, then the Drampa kills it. So what you end up doing is you put down the thing that can deal with Drampa and you attach a DC to it, which would be...
The Jolteon.
The Jolteon. Because if it dies, then you can still stall out with Jolteon.
At this point, I also would just go ahead and Sycamore.
I would actually probably play the Glaceon because you only have one of them, and it does deal with the other issue of this deck, which is going to be a Garbodor.
Go ahead and play a Hoopa.
You already energy for turn. Unfortunately, if you
have to go ahead and pass.
Do you have Parallel City?
I do, but I'm not going to use it yet.
Well, unfortunately, you can't anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to draw for turn. So we do end up having a Potown, so we can Potown. I wouldn't in this instant because Parallel City's putting in a lot of really good work right now. So we're just going to attach a Floatstone to a Garbodor. And then maybe put down a Jirachi. I mean, at this point, one of the good things that you could, one of the good things you're going to do, we're actually probably going to Guzma, because we do have the Floatstone on the Garbodor. So we're going to Guzma out the only issue that we really see here, which is going to be the Jolteon. And then we're going to retreat back into the Drampa, and then we are going to then hit the Drampa with Berserk for 80. Or, actually, at this point, I would actually probably Righteous Edge. So if you're Righteous Edge for 20 to get rid of the DC.
Draw for turn.
So at this point...
Splash Energy.
Unfortunately, there's nothing for him to Guzma, and he can't put down the... So at this point, he actually probably would end up go ahead and...
Pass.
Actually, I would probably Sycamore. You kind of have to at this point. It's really sad because we get a lot of good cards, but you have to be able to out this stuff. And you have to be able to start reattaching. I mean, it doesn't matter because like the energy that you're going to reattach is about energy, but you can set it up on the bench for then possibly a leader Guzma.
And we go ahead and Field Blower away the Floatstone and the Parallel City. Attach Choice Band in the back. And then I would go ahead and pass.
So unfortunately, we did end up getting another Floatstone, which really sucked. I mean, it happens. At this point, we would actually probably go ahead and bridge it, because it's a supporter that we have the ability to use. And we're going to bridge it into most likely a Coco, a Coco just for free retreat because it allows for a Guzma without having to put a Garbodor up front, a Drampa, and another Trubbish. Oh, Trubbish. Because we don't see anything that's evolved here, so we're really not going to be playing anything else. And then we're also going to put the Photon up, just so that if he does get anything, it does help to weaken them. So, and then what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and Ultra Ball, getting rid of one Sycamore and one Jirachi. And then we are going to go ahead and get probably the Trash Lands Garbodor, which probably makes the most sense. And then we are going to go ahead and hit for the... What do you got? 100.
Draw for turn. This point we go ahead and...
At this
I'm
point,
actually going to go ahead and Kukui.
No, you would use out the Trubbish.
The Trubbish?
Yes, you use out the Trubbish. Because you do not want the Trash Lands Garbodor to come into play. And then you kill the Trubbish. Because it is a one-shot. It hits for 70.
Alright. Yep, knockout.
And then we go ahead and then we do put up the Drampa. We put up the Drampa with, or if you want to, you're welcome to put up the Coco. It does a free retreat, so it doesn't really matter. And we're going to draw for turn. So we do have another Jirachi. I mean, everything's fine, so at this point we would probably set up our other Drampa, and we would go ahead and put a double colorless on him. And then we're going to retreat the Coco. Because Glaceon does require 2 energy, we are going to go ahead and to retreat, we are going to go ahead and Righteous Edge him for 20 and knock off the DC. Because that does require him, if he's going to retreat, he's going to do that.
Alright, I'm going to draw for turn.
We're going to attach the Dark to the Goofball, obviously.
Yep.
And then Kukui!
You go ahead and Field Blower away the Potown and the Float Stone. And I'm actually going to go ahead and keep the Parallel City in hand right now. I essentially, when I put down my Parallel City, I want him to be able to discard something, so then he has to lose it. So potentially, you know, to keep me in the matchup. And since he only has 3 down right now, I'm not really worried. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the Parallel City in hand. And... Yep, at this point I go ahead and pass.
And we draw for turn. So we get to Field Blower him, his 2 choice bands. We are going to go ahead and set down 2 Jirachi. And then we're going to put the energy onto the other Drampa. And then we are going to go ahead and Sycamore for 7. Because we do want the item. So we ended up getting 2 choice bins here, so we're going to put 1 choice bin on Drampa, just so that he's hitting a bit harder, and then we're going to put 1 choice bin on Garbodor, because Garbodor. Might as well do it. And then at this point, we would Parallel City him again, and we would Parallel City restricting him again. Just in case, because if he does play a Parallel City, you don't want them to be able to then get rid of your stuff. So we're then going to go ahead and hit for 110.
Draw for turn. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and end.
Because he's right now looking for his 3rd Field Blower. Because most of the items that are attached will have been used.
Go ahead and attach my DC here onto the Hoopa. And at this point, I would just go ahead and pass.
So at this point, we're going to go ahead, and we're not really going to do anything. There's not much for us to do. We are in a state where we are dominating this field. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to Berserk for knockout. To then take 2 prizes.
Draw for turn. I'm going to go ahead and attach my Dark. Go ahead and drop a Lele for Wonder Tag. And we are searching for
A Skyla.
Yep. Looks like
Because
our Skyla is prized.
No, I believe it was actually sent to the graveyard.
Is it?
With the Sycamore. When you had a Sycamore, unfortunately. I think that's when it got sent to the grave.
Nope. It's prized.
Oh, I saw it.
Nope.
No, I thought you ended back in. Because I didn't think it was prized. Because I remember seeing it. Apparently, it's prized. Oh, it's original. I think I remember saw it. Oh well.
So it is priced. At this point, we would just go ahead and grab an N.
We would grab an N at this point. Unfortunate.
Gotta play the N.
We really want to get a Kukui here for just a knockout. Because he is going to hit 480. Unless he gets a choice stand. That would be 1 out of 10.
So I did get what I needed, and I also got a special charge. I'm going to go ahead and Field Blower away the choice bands. And I'm going to go ahead and special charge.
Get rid of both choice bands.
Yes. Grabbing a DCE. And another DCE.
And this is why we play special charge.
And I just tried to shuffle my discard.
Oh, I do that all the time. I do it for fun. At this point, we really are looking for.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, that's fine.
Guzma works. Bloodstormer. Bloodstormer works.
Alright, and we would go ahead and smack for 80.
Yep. And we draw for turn. We get an N. We play an N. Because we really need to get to the point where we're able to do something to the Hoopa. If not, there are big issues. Because unfortunately we do have 2 Jirachi down. I mean, there's Jirachi. It still does have its place in this in this matchup, but so we end up not getting what we need, but we do have the ability to go ahead and we can go ahead and risk 2 structure 3 cards back if we want to, which would be a Garbodor, Trubbish, and then a Jirachi. He unfortunately at this point is in a dominating stance. So we were doing really well up to this point. But that's okay.
And then pass for turn. Drawing. I actually ended up drawing a Kukui, which is exactly what I needed. I'm going to go ahead and play Kukui. Draw 2. And got a DCE. I'm going to attach it to my Hoopa. And I am going to go ahead and hit for knockout.
Draw for turn. Most likely what we're going to do is we're going to start putting up one prize raise.
You put out Coco because of for your treat.
Yeah. So at this point, we do have the ability to go search for a Lele, which is actually what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball away the Jirachi and an Energy. And then we're going to search for a Lele. Play a Lele, if we have it. It's there. We're then going to play a Lele to then play a Sycamore. Which is right there. Because we really do need to start getting to our items. And we did not. So what we're going to do is actually probably go ahead and let a Jirachi die. Sure, it gives him a prize, but we do get to keep a Coco, which does have some use here. And we'll actually probably go ahead and attach a double colorless to Coco, I think. Well, yes. That's what we do.
And then pass.
Then he's going to go ahead and kill the Jirachi, because that's really all he needs to do. It's fine. We know what's going to happen.
I am actually going to go ahead and actually put a rainbow on my Lele.
I would actually probably put it on the Jolteon.
The Jolteon's ready to die. I mean,
that's true. Because it's going to get Guzman out and killed, so.
And yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead and just hit for knockout.
Then we're going to head for a draw for turn. Yeah, put up the Coco, and then we draw for turn. And so then we are going to go ahead and Guzma to kill, and then we are going to go ahead and kill the Jolteon. For knockout. What is all this crap?
You got to draw for turn. I'm going to put down a Hoopa. No, I'm going to put down a Mr. Mime.
So kind of be hitting things. And then he's going to go ahead and hit for 80.
And yes, let me go ahead and hit for 80.
So at this point, this is going to really, really hurt. We're going to put down a Trubbish. And we're going to Sycamore all this stuff away. Well, actually, I would put this here.
Why not just end me down to 2?
So, like,